Welcome to Transits Fridays. So let's have a look at what's going to happen astrologically from Friday today, the 12th of April, until next Friday. So very exciting week because we have the Jupiter Uranus conjunction, a transit that I am looking forward to, and most astrologers are also very excited about and really looking forward to. It is about breakthroughs, is about moving on, moving ahead, getting out of the rut, finally manifesting that thing that you've been working so hard. It really brings with it the potential. Okay, the potential keyword is potential here. It depends on your work, on your willpower, on how much you are setting those intentions, and not only setting those intentions but working hard to manifest them as well. Is a balance, right? People that have a strong Saturn knows that, like, there's no such a thing as a free meal. So we need to work hard for what we want. It's not just about um getting it manifested. Anyhow, is a very exciting week because of that. Look, my mouse is already like right on Uranus. And yeah. Oh, this is Thursday. No, this was yesterday. There you go. Friday 12. So for this week really is the build up of the Uranus conjunction with Jupiter for sure. And we also have Mercury retrograde conjoined Chiron. So it is a week of a build up. I think mainly what we're paying attention to this week is on that Jupiter Uranus, how or where is falling in your chart, what sort of energies and what sort of intentions do you want to set with this energy. If I have the time, I might post a video about Jupiter Uranus in the houses based on the ascendant next Wednesday. So for the ones that not sure what that placement might mean in their chart, etc., then I'll explain a little bit so you can use this transit even more specifically in your life. I'm very, very excited about it. Very. There's some people that were like commenting saying it's the Third World War. It really isn't. I don't think that you can always or ever isolate an astrological placement and attribute something to it as if, this means that, and that's what's happened last time, so that's definitely what's going to happen. And yeah, so that's something that's very important to keep in mind when we're doing astrology. Astrology works with symbolism. Symbolism is layered, is very complex in that way. It does not, and that's why we cannot ever use statistics to prove astrology. It just does not work because Pluto in Aquarius does not always mean AI and whatever else. Like, there are so many layers to what Pluto in Aquarius can bring and to how we can experience that Pluto in Aquarius personally as well in our lives. And depending on what transit of Pluto we are having as well, that's going to become even more weaved into our personal experience, into our lens as individuals as well. So that really needs to be clear, and I really feel that that's something that's of utter importance for people that work with astrology or that dabble into astrology to realize that they're biased and that their view is coloring what they're interpreting it, and not take that as an absolute truth and then fearmonger other people with it, because I think that happens a lot. Anyhow, okay, let's move on off of my little rant. So we're gonna have Mercury conjoined Chiron this week as well, at the exact degree of the solar eclipse. So two things are happening. The buildup of the Jupiter Uranus, which, is what we really need to focus this week and for the next 3 weeks, to be honest, because it's going to be within orbs. So let's really make the most of this energy that will be available to us. And that Mercury Chiron is bringing some more insights about the solar eclipse, about the new beginnings we had, about new perspectives or new ideas or new views on the healing process that we're going through. So whatever it is that we've been dealing with during the eclipse season, with Mercury going over that Chiron, we have an opportunity to see it again. And obviously Mercury is still retrograde, so further down the line we're going to be able to look at it again because Mercury will go back to 19 degrees once more. But it's quite timely that this is happening just before the Jupiter Uranus conjunction, because it's almost like the potential for clearing the decks, opening the doors, letting go of the baggage that we've been carrying that's not really serving us, that's just weighing us down. And I think eclipse season usually is really good for that. And again, with the Aries archetype, and I will link the video for Aries North Node and, Aries, Chiron Aries as well. So you can have a look at it, think about how you're using it in your chart, blah, blah, blah. Because this is what's being emphasized. The solar eclipse happened in Aries. We're with that, obviously, North Node in Aries and Chiron as well for a while. We're dealing with wounds in our sense of individuality, in our sense of potency as separate individuals. When we do things just because we want it, rather than because other people expect it from us, I think that's something of that flavor and theme that's happening. And so this is like clearing the decks for what we can do with Jupiter Uranus as well. Where is that Jupiter Uranus? Is it like some people have been commenting, and it's more than one person have told me that they have the Jupiter Uranus on their MC. I think that's a wonderful and very exciting transit in placement. It's about your career, it's about having a breakthrough in your career, having a breakthrough in your brand. What is your brand? It's a sense of awakening and expansion there of what you do and what you offer to people and how you market yourself as well. Is a time to come out, Is a time to be in the public eye. That's, Jupiter Uranus on the midheaven. Jupiter Uranus on the IC would be breakthroughs in a family situation, in the private life, in a home, expanding your home situation, buying a new home, moving to a bigger place, beautifying your place in some way, like finally having that base that you wanted, or moving from a place that you didn't want to be for a long time. There's something very refreshing of that transit. Okay. Let's have a look day by day very quickly on what's happening. So we've got moon in Gemini today. Again, I don't focus on the moon very much because the moon reflects passing moods. All right. It's not really very long term feeling here. So moon in Cancer. So this is Sunday the 14th, and we already have Mercury close to Chiron. You see they're 1 degree apart. And here is Monday 15th, which is when Mercury and Chiron will meet again. So we're going to be revisiting the themes of that eclipse. We're going to be dealing with it. We're going to be understanding it, intellectualizing it, getting messages, or, it's a wonderful day for doing mercurial things, low key, because it's still Mercury retrograde. So journaling, writing letters that you're not going to send, do not send those letters because you might regret. You might change your mind. That's usually what happens. And also the moon will be square to that Mercury Chiron, but it will also be in sextile to the Jupiter Uranus conjunction. Look how close they are already. So by Monday we have Jupiter at 20 and Uranus at 21. So they are very, very close together already. And here's Tuesday when the moon enters Leo. So the moon will be trining all of these planets here in Aries. So after opposing Pluto, it will be trining all of these planets in Aries. So very exciting, fiery trines. Again, right on the build up for the Jupiter-Uranus conjunction. That sense of identity and self-expression, all the flavors that the fire signs represent or are connected to will be under the spotlight. And Tuesday, the 16th of April, is when my astrological tarot masterclasses launch as well. So that's very exciting. I am very happy that this is happening with the Jupiter-Uranus transit. And it's almost like the blessing from the sky of, a project that I've been working so hard for quite a few months now. And a project that's kind of feels like part of the combination of many years of work many years of work as a Virgo, silently in a background, mastering my craft and working very silently and undercharging and feeling that I don't know enough and I don't know enough, like a very Virgo sort of story. And so it's really amazing to see that this is what's happening in my life right now with this project and teaching and the master classes and marketing and doing ads and really coming out into the world with a Jupiter Uranus conjunction in the house of daily job for me. I'm very close to my descendant as well, so potential partnerships as well, and expanding partnerships. So I'm very looking forward. Like I said, very, very exciting. Oh, so let's move on. This is Wednesday the 17th. We've got Venus conjoined the North Node. So this could be and trine to the moon in Leo as well. So this could be about, moving ahead, evolving as well, and, getting in touch with our values in a more airy sort of flavor, but also because of the conjunction with the North Node is something that we really need to do as well, something that we're really, really learning about. I always really think, especially as an HSP and empaths out there as well, that South Node in Libra is really telling you, stop being a people pleaser. You are not responsible for people's, reactions or for people's emotions. Like, yes, we're not talking about individual toxic individuality here of like you're gonna actively hurt someone and say that it's not your responsibility. But people get upset about things that are not connected to who you are or to the fact that you chose a certain career or it's like we have our triggers and our childhood traumas and it's more connected to that than really the choices that you're making because they're genuinely the right thing for you to do as an individual, and so on. So yeah, so this is a big one. This is really a big one. It's really part of that solar eclipse as well, and that flavor is still there. That flavor is really still in the sky and in our faces and minds and hearts. So moon is still in Leo. See a few days that this moon in Leo is going to be trining the planets in Aries. So from Tuesday to Thursday. And also Thursday, the 18th of April, we have already the conjunction, the magic happening. So both at 21-degree Taurus and next Friday as well. So Thursday, Friday, that we're going to have the Taurus season beginning as well next Friday, but I'll talk about that next Friday. And we have Mercury, Venus as well together. But that's it. This is the build-up of that conjunction. So what are you going to do with this energy? How are you going to apply? How are you going to, how are you going to pay attention to the quality of thoughts that you have this week? So you make sure that you really direct this energy in the best way possible, Those are the questions. Those are the questions. So that's it. I'm Fernanda Paiva, Hitchhiking Stars. It's great to see you, and I hope to see you again next week. And have a look at the link for my masterclasses. If you're interested in learning about astrological tarot, this is your chance. And in 2 weeks' time as well, or 3 weeks' time, is going to be my astrology masterclass as well. So take care, have a wonderful week, and a beautiful build up to the Uranus-Jupiter conjunction. And I'll see you all next week. Take care. Bye-bye.